Hello, and welcome to the MemoryMixer Design Studio. Mixing it up, week 4. I am so glad you stopped by. We have had a lot of fun in the last several weeks, and today is going to be no different. We are going to be working with photos, photo boxes, and how to shape and size your photo without skewing it. So let's get started. I already have our page open, and I use the same techniques that we talked about last week in week 3, paper piecing. So I have 3 photo boxes and dropped in 3 additional backgrounds. This background that I have here is actually from Karen Lewis, and it's Forever Family, and it's just a real nice subtle background. I have a few embellishments that I have already put in place that I layered behind my paper piecing. So just see, it's just a little burst to bring attention to an area, and I wanted to use this as a background for some photos, some birthday photos. So I've added this up here. We're going to be adding the candles, so you'll see how that is. I also added a few little heart clusters that are sticking out from the sides. And then I also just have the scallop border down here, and that is from Another Birthday by Lindsay Jane. And these background papers, I just love the colors. They are so beautiful, and they are from Cutie Pie Scraps. And these are in the birthday wishes for girls. So I'll show you those kits when we finish building our little page. So I've got my birthday cake built. I've been baking all morning. Anyway, just wanted you to see how easy it is now to add photos. And on this one, I want to use more photos than just 1 photo or 2 photos, but we're actually going to fit 9 photos on this page. So I'm just going to start with adding a photo box, and that's in Edit Photo. It's also found in Photo Layout right here along the top. So Edit Photo, and it just drops the photo box in on your page. Now the beauty of that is I can size this, I can make it skinnier, and just change it however I want, and I don't have to worry about skewing a photo, which makes it so handy when you're trying to fit a photo into a certain size. So let me just show you, if I were to bring a photo over here, and if I were to just manipulate it like we've been doing, want a little skinnier, you can see what happens. The photo starts getting skewed. So one thing to remember, if you're ever resizing a photo, you want to make sure you only grab it from the corners. If you grab along the sides, top or bottom, it will skew your picture. So you can see how that happens. So that is one reason I really love having a photo box to work with when I'm trying to get something to be a certain size. I'll go ahead and delete that. And this looks like a pretty good photo for this space. So a few little tricks. I'm going to go ahead and add my mat now, and I think I just want it to be real small. I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to go ahead and add a drop shadow. Now the beauty of doing it right now is now we can just copy and paste this one, and I have all of those things taken care of. If I were to go ahead and put all my photo boxes on, then add my matte and drop shadow, it would work fine, except it also thinks these 3 pieces of paper we have added are photos. So we've added the white box as well to those. And that's okay, you can go in and turn it off. But it's just easier to not do it to start with. So I've got my paper selected, or my photo box selected. Now I'm going to come up here to copy and paste. And I'm just going to drag it over here. And I'm going to go ahead and paste another one. Puts it right back where it was. And you can see they're not all 3 going to fit. So there's different ways you can handle that. I'm just going to go ahead and select this middle photo. And I'm just going to make it smaller so it fits within the bottom layer of my cake. Now if you wanted, you can also take and rotate these just a few degrees here or there. And you could actually, if you wanted, make the center picture bigger now. I'm going to go ahead and rotate that the other direction. So I could take this picture now and I could have it overlap a little bit and have that effect as well. So it's just whatever works for you and what the effect is you're trying to accomplish. One thing that I like to try and do when I am working with many photo boxes is I try and have my corners defined. That helps break your pictures up so you can tell they're individual pictures. So that's how we do it. We just go ahead and we'll build for the other two layers. And I've gone ahead and done that here. And I've added a few embellishments. These are embellishments from the Cutie Pie. I think they are just as cute as can be. The balloons are from Another Birthday by Lindsay Jane. But you can see how fun this page turned out. And then I just add, look who's turning 5. This look who's turning is text that I've added. And then the 5 is an alphabet that, an embellishment that I've placed on the page. So you can see how cute that is. I think that turned out so fun. And look, you have 9 photos on one layout. And yet it's really cute. And here are the kits that we used. So it's the Cutie Pie Scraps, Birthday Wishes for Boy and Girl, Another Birthday by Lindsay Jane, and then the background is Forever Family by Karen Lewis. And then the font was Kid Print. So you can see that just made the cutest birthday cake page. I love it. Okay, the next page we're going to work on is sometimes will have frames. I have gone ahead and added a couple of frames. And for this layout, I thought, oh, it'll be nice if I just have pictures around the outside edge, and then I'll do some titling or something in the center of my page. And I loved these frames, but I couldn't have every picture have the frame or would just take up more space than I wanted. So I thought, that's great. We will just sprinkle them around and that will have a cute look. So I have got this frame here. I've rotated these, but we're going to go ahead and add the photo box for this. The reason I like to use a photo box for a frame, the same thing. I can get my sizing just right. So I'm going to go ahead, come back up to Edit Photo, add my photo box, and now you can see where I'm moving. There is just a little gray outline, and you can see exactly where the photo box will fit. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it. I've lined it up to the upper left-hand corner. I'll release, but now I can't see. So sometimes I'll just make it smaller, and now I can see that white, or the gray line again. So I've just made a little bit bigger than the window. I'm going to make this small so I can see the gray bounding box. Perfect. It is a perfect fit. But you'll notice it's sitting on top of the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and use my layering button and send it back. And I have to do it just a couple of times because we have other things on the page as well. This here is a cute background from Karen Lewis. It's in her Camporama kit, and that's what we're going to be working with. I just love the embellishments in this kit. So I want to go ahead and rotate this frame just slightly. Let's see, -8. Now you can see my photo box didn't move. I could either group them so they would move together, or I find it easy to just click on both of them. So I can go ahead and select the photo box inside. This time I can just come here and type in -8 because that is what my frame was rotated, was -8. So now my photo box is still selected. I'm going to come up here and copy and paste it. I'm going to drag one for up that side. I'm going to go ahead and paste another one, drag it for here. Now all I need to do is click on the frame, and I can see this one is rotated 3. So I'll click on here, come to my rotate, type in 3, press enter, and now I can just go ahead and position this. You can see my bounding box, so I know it's right there. And this time I'm just going to go ahead and click send to back. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'll click on this frame. It's rotated 5. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to rotate this 5, press enter, and now I'll just position, and I'm going to go ahead and send it to the back as well. So now I want to add more photos all the way around here, and I'm going to do it the same way I did Just select photo box, and now I'm just going to reposition, and I'll start placing the photos around the page. Remember, you can position and resize without worrying about skewing your photos when you're working with a photo box. Now, if I wanted to add my matte and drop shadow for this, so I don't have to do it every time, now is a good time to do that as well. And these I am going to put a matte on because I'm not using a frame. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the drop shadow. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that photo box. And now I'm just going to drag it around my page, just around the outside perimeter there. And I'm going to go ahead and just position my photos or resize my photos. So I have gone ahead and finished doing that for you. So I'll just go ahead and select the next page and you'll see how I have my photos all lined out. And then I've added a few embellishments from the Camperama kit. Isn't that just as cute as can be? I love the kit. So when you're working with a lot of photos, it's fun to see the different effects of how they layer or stack on top of each other. This one is behind this photo and this one because I wanted the corner to show. And I also wanted this frame to show. So let me just show you what it looks like if it were on top. So not bad, but I do lose the effect of this frame. And when I only had 3, I wanted to keep that as kind of a focus. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that. So don't be afraid to play with the layers of your embellishments and photos. Okay, the last one we're going to work on. Oh, before we go there, though, let me show you these 2 kits. Now, I'm only showing you a few of the pages of the kits. Some of the kits have many different collections to go with, so make sure you go into the featured section and look to see what all of the kits that are available for the sale. So here's the Camperama by Karen Lewis. Isn't that just the cutest? I love these embellishments, and the backgrounds are really fun too. And the wood frame, the wood grain alphabets, I think those are just cute. So a lot of fun things to play with Camperama. So here we are for our last layout. This kit is from Lindsay Jane, and it's a beach vacation. I love it. It makes me ready to go on vacation. So what I've done here is I added our photo box just like normal, add photo box, but then I came down to photo shape and I chose the polygon, said okay, and then you can use it just like that. This one I happen to want 6 sides so I could stack them together. So to do that, you will come to edit and you tell it you want 6 sides. Close your window and you can see we have 6 sides. So now you can go ahead and resize it and position it how you want. And so I have just layered them across the page. I have filled some of the little polygons with papers, you can see. I have embellished it with the beach vacation. So I think this turned out so cute. And for this page, you're going to get 5 photos as well. Now remember, you can resize and make the photos as big as you want on your page. And I used the same technique as I did with the frames in Camperama. So I just resized, shaped, changed my layer. But you can see that has a real fun look. And the kits that we used for that by Lindsay Jane, and she has quite a few kits in this collection, but it's called the Beach Vacation. So you can see how much fun it is to use photo boxes and how easy it is, and you don't have to worry about skewing your photos. So thanks for stopping by. Happy mixing.